Most people think overthinking is a weakness. They say it's exhausting, unnecessary, even toxic. But what if I told you that the people who overthink everything often carry rare strengths that most people never develop? If your mind never seems to shut off, if you replay conversations, imagine future outcomes, or analyze situations deeply, this video might change the way you see yourself forever. Because overthinking is not just noise in the mind. It's a sign of something powerful working quietly beneath the surface. Overthinkers don't just think more, they feel more, notice more, and process life on a deeper level. Their minds don't skim the surface of reality, they dive into it. They see patterns others miss. They sense emotions others ignore. And while the world tells them to just relax or stop thinking so much, the truth is, their mind is wired for depth, not simplicity. This is something silent psychology talks about often. The traits society misunderstands are often the ones that hold the greatest hidden value. Before we go deeper, take a moment right now. If this kind of content helps you understand yourself better, gently tap the like button and subscribe to Silent Psychology. It helps the channel grow, and it tells YouTube to show this video to others who need it just as much as you do. Now, let's continue. People who overthink everything usually have an incredible ability to foresee consequences, while others act impulsively. Overthinkers naturally imagine different outcomes before making a move. They don't do this because they are afraid, but because their mind is trained to run mental simulations. This makes them excellent planners, strategists, and problem solvers. When something goes wrong, they are often the ones who already thought about that possibility. In critical moments, this ability quietly saves time, money, and emotional damage. Another rare strength overthinkers carry is deep emotional intelligence. Because they analyze interactions so closely, they become highly aware of emotional shifts, tone changes, and unspoken signals. They can sense when someone is uncomfortable, hiding something, or emotionally distant. This makes them naturally empathetic. They don't just hear words, they feel the meaning behind them. That's why people often open up to overthinkers without realizing why. There is a silent safety in being understood without having to explain everything. Overthinkers also have a strong inner moral compass. They question their choices, not because they are insecure, but because they care about doing the right thing. They replay situations to check whether they hurt someone, crossed a boundary, or could have acted more kindly. This self-reflection builds integrity. While others move on without thinking twice, overthinkers grow internally. They learn from small moments and turn them into emotional wisdom. Creativity is another hidden strength that often lives inside overthinking minds. When the brain never stops connecting ideas, it naturally creates stories, concepts, and unique perspectives. Many writers, artists, psychologists, and innovators are their minds wander, explore what-ifs, and imagine realities beyond the present moment. What feels like mental chaos is often raw, creative energy waiting for the right outlet. People who overthink everything are also highly self-aware. They notice their own flaws, patterns, and emotional triggers. While this awareness can sometimes feel uncomfortable, it is the foundation of personal growth. You can't improve what you don't notice. Overthinkers notice everything. This makes them capable of deep transformation over time. They don't repeat mistakes blindly. They analyze them, learn from them, and evolve. Another rare strength is their ability to sit with complexity. Overthinkers don't need simple answers. They can hold conflicting emotions, multiple perspectives, and unresolved questions without rushing to conclusions. In a world that prefers black and white thinking, this ability is rare and valuable. It allows overthinkers to understand people, situations, and life itself in a more balanced and compassionate way. Overthinkers are also surprisingly resilient. Even though their minds feel heavy at times, they've survived countless internal battles. They've faced worst-case scenarios in their thoughts and still kept going. This builds quiet mental strength. They may not always look confident on the outside, but inside, they have endured storms most people never see. One of the most misunderstood strengths of overthinkers is their loyalty. When they care deeply. They think about people even when they are not around. They remember details, emotions, and share the moments. This makes them reliable friends and partners. They don't take relationships lightly, and when they commit, they do so with intention. Of course, overthinking can become overwhelming when not balanced. But the goal is not to silence the mind, it's to guide it. Overthinking becomes harmful only when it turns into self-criticism instead of self. When overthinkers learn to direct their thoughts toward curiosity rather than judgment, their mind becomes a powerful ally instead of an enemy. If you're watching this and realizing how deeply this describes you, know this: you were never broken. You were just built differently. Your mind wasn't designed for shallow living. It was designed for depth, meaning, and awareness. Silent psychology exists to remind people like you that sensitivity and depth are not flaws, they are strengths waiting to be respected. As we come close to the end, I want you to reflect for a moment. Which of these strengths did you recognize in yourself? Was it emotional intelligence, creativity, self-awareness, or resilience? Let me know in the comments. Your words might help someone else feel less alone. If this video gave you clarity or comfort, please share it with someone who overthinks like you. Sometimes all it takes is one video to change how someone sees themselves. And don't forget to stay connected with Silent Psychology by subscribing for more content like this. You're not alone in your thoughts. You're simply deeper than most.